Prior to 1970, the Cambodia and Laos were supposedly neutral countries, and they did try to maintain their neutrality, I think. We did have Cambodian mercenaries that fought with us, but the country as at large was supposedly neutral. We couldn't go in there because we had to honor the treaties, but the NVA, the North Vietnamese, didn't pay any attention to it, and the Cambodian army wasn't strong enough to stop them from coming down, and so they just kind of ignored them. The NVA would supply the Viet Cong, which were the South Vietnamese communists that lived in the South, by bringing the supplies down through Laos and Cambodia along a series of jungle trails and roads that were collectively referred to as the Ho Chi Minh Trail. They would backpack these supplies down. They'd put them on bicycles. Maybe, they might even send a truck or two down there, but pretty muddy, and most of them came on backpacks hauled by humans or donkeys or what have you. And they would stockpile these supplies along the eastern border of Laos and Cambodia, just inside, right adjacent to South Vietnam. They would pass these supplies down the rivers and waterways into the villages throughout South Vietnam. And that's where our riverboat exhibit, the PBR we have up there, that was the basis for developing the Brown Water Navy up in that area. It was because they could patrol these shallow rivers and stop the supplies. But the point is they actually had big base camps set up just inside the Cambodian border, all along the border. And when I say base camps, I mean supply dumps, ammo dumps that as large as our Vietnam exhibit here and larger, almost as large as some of our Army bases. In April of '70, Nixon finally gave in and authorized us to go in and bomb these sanctuaries, these supply depots.
North Vietnam has occupied military sanctuaries all along the Cambodian frontier with South Vietnam. They are used for hit-and-run attacks on American and South Vietnamese forces in South Vietnam.
And the 18th ARVN Division went into the Parrot's Beak and Angel's Wing region. If you look at a map of South Vietnam, you can see just directly west of Saigon, within about 30 miles of Saigon, there's a sharp projection of the Cambodian border. And the outline of the border gives it the appearance of a parrot flying with one wing extended and the beak coming down. And so they referred to that as a Parrot's Beak and Angel's Wing. And that area was just ripe with these supply depots. And the 18th ARVN Division went in there, and we provided their air cover. It's sort of a gradient, if you will. You use the Air Force to bomb out here, then the artillery in a little closer, and then the Cobras or the gunships could get in even closer. And we were right on top of them too, and so we could put the rockets right where we wanted. That lasted until June. I don't remember the exact date, but in June of '70, 2 months later, Nixon ordered all ground troops out of Cambodia. And by that time, we'd pretty well wiped out their sanctuaries.